Well, just a quick video update on the Reef aquarium build. Another approximately a week in, I think now, and things are doing really well. I see the feather duster worm out, and the zinnia is really happy. And just want to say thank you to New York Stilo for responding to me. I sent him a message on YouTube. A little concerned over the crabs that I got were not what I intended for hermits. They turned out to be left-handed hermits instead of scarlet ones or the red-legged variety. So it turns out that they're just fine, but the reason I'm recording this is actually for myself. Today I had an explosion of life. It's going to be, let's see if I can focus the iPad on the sides of the glass of the aquarium, covered in these white, I'm guessing they're copepods of some kind. They just exploded today, out of nowhere. You can see them floating around, but the ones stuck to the glass, it's not going to come across on video, but when you look at them, it's tough to tell what body shape they hold. But you can see them scurry around. It's not the current pushing them, they're actually alive and well. So I didn't seed those, they grew naturally. So far so good. Things are coming along. You see the zinnia quite happy down in the bottom corner over here. And I keep having to move these green star polyps around. I think I finally settled on a location for them. But the feather duster worm doing extremely well, front and center there, and the frog spawn coral, it's actually the one head of it's out further than what it's been ever. Target fed them last night, as I have a couple of times this week, or a couple times in the last week anyway. And mushrooms doing good there. There's another mushroom down on the sand over here. I need to pick it up and move it around, and there's another mushroom somewhere back behind. Yeah, there he is. It's doing okay too, so I'll get those stuck back up on the coral. Unfortunately the substrate they were stuck to broke. So another zinnia up there. It's grown about a half an inch this week. Growing really fast, and coralline algae is looking good. The brittle sea star has decided to move down here, and doesn't really come out a lot yet, but he must be getting enough to eat. You see his arms sticking out and grabbing things every day. So yeah, it's looking good. Thank you to all those who have made these aquariums before and made life much easier for those of us getting into the reef hobby. So, I don't think I got around to uploading the last video, but another quick update on the reef tank. Hopefully this comes across on video. I'll try not to be shaky. Quite a bit changed. My base rock is getting quite a bit of coralline algae on it. Moved some of the corals around. Everything seems to be doing well at this point, but on the weekend, just a few days ago, it wasn't. Actually had a full tank crash. The coral started looking poor, and I had a cleaner shrimp. He just went from good to dead pretty quick within a couple hours. I haven't found my pom-pom crab, but I suspect he died. All the corals closed right up, and this was post a couple of days before I changed the Biocube fans over to PC fans. You'll hear them, they're noisy as all get out. I'm gonna see if I can find a different one again. They were used, so probably have some hours on them. Yeah, when I changed those out, I had the hood off. I cleaned the cover for the lights, and not sure whether it was the lights being brighter or the fact that maybe I contaminated inside the light fixture. I used a rust inhibiting lubricant on a couple of the connections, being it's a saltwater aquarium. I didn't want the ones on the circuit board rotting, and it's sealed from the water column, but maybe some of the vapors were enough. This is only a 30-gallon tank, that the vapors got in and did things in. I'm not sure. What I do know is I couldn't measure it on any of my testing. Everything was fine. Salt, ammonia, nitrate, nitrates, pH, everything, the full gamut that I measure for. I don't do magnesium or copper or stuff like that, but the overall, these multiple test kits, one's the basic test kit, and one's the full Reef test kit, and they didn't change one bit. So whatever happened, I couldn't pick it up. So basically water change right away. Leaving the last theory, what I had noticed is that the skimmer had stopped skimming for a couple of days, and being that my levels were 0, I kind of wondered whether maybe I just starved everything to death. I found that hard to believe with the level of life in there, but as a test I dumped in a whole bunch of food. I promptly got a diatom bloom overnight and algae growth. So I don't think anything was starving. I think the water change helped. So that led me back to the skimmer, and I took the skimmer out of the tank 2 days later after the fact, because who would think that something inside a skimmer could go wrong? And I'll edit the video here and throw in the pictures or the video what I found, but it didn't look good. So yeah, the skimmer air stone was completely rotten and black. That's been changed, another partial water change later, and everything's coming back. Just the frog spawn is a little underextended thus far. It's not doing its thing fully here, but it's doing okay. Everything else seems to be doing fine. Pretty good extension. The green star polyps are completely back to normal life and expanding on the rocks and expanding over. This mushroom is starting to come back out. This mushroom here, capture it, is fully back out and happy looking. So I suspect run them in. Yeah, one of those things with these 30-gallon aquariums. It's pretty small. It doesn't take much for everything to go south in a rush. So I'd like to say live and learn, but I don't know entirely what the root cause was. I don't know that I ever will, but I think what I did to fix it was probably the right thing so far. So anyway, that's what we look like now. So I can get the back. No more algae at the back. No more much of anything to speak of other than some coralline. The emerald crab, he'll get to this little bloom in the bottom corner, if I can get it to not wash out here. He picks and chooses what he likes on a daily basis. Some days it's the gooey brown diatom, some days it's the stringy algae, and some days he just sifts and pokes and prods and does his thing. But this is where the entirely white base rock is now sitting. Starting to get a pretty good algae growth on it. And the brittle sea star, he's doing good under there. I thought I was going to lose him too, being an invert of sorts. Thought he'd be gone with the shrimp, but he made it through. So anyway, that's hopefully of some help to someone with a Biocube someday. Yeah, love this tank, love the way it looks, thoroughly enjoying it. Thanks for watching.